From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, December the 8th, 2021. An Israeli woman was stabbed this morning in East Jerusalem in what appears to have been a terror attack. The 26-year-old Israeli was walking with her 5 small children in Sheikh Jarrah, where she lives, when she was stabbed in the back with a knife and lightly injured. The suspect, a 14-year-old Palestinian girl, reportedly a neighbor of the victim, was later arrested. The Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood, if you recall, has been a point of conflict with an ongoing court battle between Jewish and Arab families regarding property ownership, and the suspect's family is involved in that court case. She denies any connection, though, to today's stabbing. Israel's Minister of Diaspora Affairs, Nachman Shai, is in the United States. Shai met with Democratic members of Congress Kathy Manning and Ted Deutsch. He wrote on opportunities to build a mutual dialogue between American progressives and Israelis around democratic values, saying neither side is lost to the other. And with Jewish leaders, including at the Conference of Presidents of major American Jewish organizations, where Shai tweeted, discussed Israel's COVID-19 strategy, approach to the full spectrum of world Jewry, and Israel's efforts to keep as many Jews as possible in our broad tent. He also sat down with Reform, Conservative, and Orthodox rabbis together, Amiel Hirsch and Laurie Kaufman, Elliot Cosgrove, and Chaim Steinmetz, respectively, to discuss, Shai wrote, the relationship between Israel and American Jewry and how to be a shared future together. The Jewish Insider reports that the New York Times has updated its style guide and will now use the spelling of the term antisemitism without a hyphen. The hyphen usage, many in the Jewish community have argued, distorts the true meaning of the term. The Insider cites an internal note to Times editors back in August that said those who favor this spelling of antisemitism without the hyphen argue that the hyphenated form with the uppercase S may inadvertently lend credence to the discredited notion of Jews as a separate race. The change, reported on just yesterday, was welcomed by a number of organizations and figures, including by the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance and Holocaust historian and U.S. anti-Semitism envoy nominee, Professor Deborah Lipstadt, who called it a milestone. The Anti-Defamation League called the Times style change an important step, tweeting the unhyphenated spelling is the best way to refer to hatred toward Jews. While removing a hyphen by itself won't defeat anti-Semitism, we believe this slight alteration helps to clarify understanding of this age-old hatred. Contestants of the Miss Universe 2021 pageant are in Israel gearing up for the competition, which takes place this Sunday in the southern resort city of Eilat. The women visited a number of historic and religious sites in Israel, including the Tower of David Museum in Jerusalem's Old City and Israel's Memorial to the Holocaust in Jerusalem, Yad Vashem. While touring Yad Vashem, Miss Puerto Rico, Michelle Colon, shared her personal connection to the Holocaust and her Jewish heritage. Yad Vashem chair Danny Dayan shared the emotional video.
I came here to Israel knowing that I would be more connected to my family because my grandfather actually escaped from the Holocaust. And all of his other family members, his sisters, his brothers, even their daughters, 4 daughters, were killed in the concentration camps, especially in Auschwitz, with the rocks of the pebbles that you guys saw inside. And once I saw those pebbles, I knew that they were watching over me.
This is the first time, by the way, that the Miss Universe competition will be hosted by Israel. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Wednesday, December the 8th at 7 o'clock, it's Talmud Study. At 7:30, author Menachem Kaiser discusses his book Plunder, a memoir of family, property, and Nazi treasure In a program of the Hampton Synagogue with Rabbi Avraham Bronstein. At 8, Robert Siegel looks at where we stand with the COVID-19 pandemic with Dr. Kavita Patel, Dr. Nahid Bhadelia, Dr. Irwin Redlener, and Dr. Michael Drescher. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with Jane Eisner on L'chaim. At 10, Dina Kraft and John Kross talk about their podcast, which provides a look into the daily lives of Jewish and Arab citizens of Israel. And coming up next, it's Thinking Out Loud. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, December the 8th, 2021. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well.